Have you ever felt so overwhelmed that it felt like your brain was going to explode? Like you were going to have a panic attack or pass out? It's happened to me many times before, and if you felt this way, then you know how scary and uncomfortable this feeling is. But in today's video, we will discuss 7 ways you can calm your mind when you feel overwhelmed. So stay tuned until the end of the video so you don't miss anything. If you're interested in improving your mental health and emotional well-being, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We share new tips to calm your mind, manage stress, and improve your mental health. Subscribing helps this channel grow and allows me to keep creating more content like this for you. This channel is dedicated to giving you tools and techniques from neuroscience to optimize your life. The feeling of being overwhelmed can be triggered by almost anything and everything at once. It can happen when you're at work and have a huge project with a tight deadline. Or maybe it's been building up for weeks and months where you have responsibilities in school, in your career, in your relationships, and all these expectations that you put on yourself and other people put on you, and it just feels like too much. Whatever the reason, it's not fun to feel this way, but there are things you can do to help yourself feel better. And the first thing you want to do is accept what you're feeling. And I know it sounds simple, but this is the easiest step to skip because most of us want to feel happy and positive. So we fight whatever negative emotion we are having and try even harder to push those bad feelings away. But pushing those feelings down doesn't make them disappear. Instead, it just makes things worse. By accepting what you're feeling, you acknowledge that it's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. You're not a failure. Things aren't going wrong. This is just a temporary state you're in. Just like you wouldn't try to push away a physical pain, you wouldn't try to push away a paper cut or a splinter in your finger. You would take care of the injury and then it would heal. The same goes for your emotions. Allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling. Accept it, sit with it for a moment, and then slowly allow yourself to calm down. The next step is to get organized. When you're overwhelmed, everything feels out of control. You feel like you have no idea what you're doing or where to start. It's hard to see the bigger picture. So now it's time to write things down. Write down everything that's on your plate, everything that's making you feel this way. Write down every single thing that you need to do, every project, every assignment, every task, everything that's stressing you out. Once you have everything written down, you can go through the list and organize it, figure out what's important, what's urgent, and what can wait. Breaking things down into smaller chunks makes it easier to deal with. Think about it. If someone handed you a huge 50-page research paper and told you to read it right now, you would probably feel pretty overwhelmed. But if they handed you a 5-page research abstract and told you to read that, it would be much easier. It's the same with tasks. We tend to get overwhelmed when we focus on how big and complicated something is. But if we break things down into smaller, more manageable steps, it becomes less daunting. Now that you have a clear idea of what you have to do, it's time to prioritize. This is the perfect time to use an Eisenhower matrix. An Eisenhower matrix is a prioritization tool that helps you decide what's important and what's urgent. There are 4 quadrants in an Eisenhower matrix. Quadrant 1 consists of urgent and important tasks. Quadrant 2 consists of important but not urgent tasks. Quadrant 3 consists of urgent but not important tasks. And Quadrant 4 consists of neither urgent nor important tasks. Now, depending on the type of tasks you have in each of these quadrants, you will schedule them for a later time in your day or week. For example, if you have a project that's due in a couple of weeks, but you're just starting it now, that's a task that's not urgent, but it's very important. So you would move that to Quadrant 2. On the other hand, if your boss asks you to make copies for him and that has to be done today, then that's a task that's urgent, but not important. So you would move that to Quadrant 3. Scheduling things based on their importance and urgency allows you to have more control over your time and not feel like everything is piling up and there is too much to do. Another great way to regain control over your life when you feel overwhelmed is to take a break. That may sound counterintuitive because you might think, I have so much to do. How can I afford to take a break? Well, taking a break actually increases productivity and it allows you to come back to your work refreshed and ready to tackle it again. Sometimes when we're overwhelmed, we take it as a sign that we need to work harder and push ourselves to do more. But working harder is not always the best solution. Working smarter is usually a better alternative. A study published in the Journal of Graduate Medical Education showed that students who took a 15-minute break after studying for 60 minutes scored higher on a knowledge test than the students who studied for 90 minutes straight without any break. Another study published in Scientific American showed that resting between tasks improves memory. The participants in the study had to memorize a lot of information and they did better when they had breaks between tasks rather than trying to memorize everything in one sitting. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, take a break, step away from what you're doing, do something else for a while and come back to it later. You'll be surprised at how much better you'll perform. If you're still feeling overwhelmed, it's time to move your body. Exercise releases endorphins, which improve your mood. There are numerous studies showing that exercise helps with stress reduction, improves sleep, improves mental health, and overall well-being. It also gives you an outlet to release any pent-up energy you may have from feeling stressed or anxious. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, try to move your body. Go for a walk, do some yoga, some jumping jacks. Dance in your room, whatever you need to do to get your body moving. Moving your body will help you feel better both physically and mentally. And if moving your body doesn't help, then it's time to connect with others. Social support is crucial when you're feeling overwhelmed. Connecting with others gives you a sense of belonging and acceptance. It reminds you that you're not alone in this. Others have gone through similar situations and they understand what you're going through. It can be helpful to talk to someone you trust about what you're feeling. Talking about it helps you process your emotions and it gives you a different perspective. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, reach out to someone you trust and connect with them. Ask for advice, ask for support, or just vent to them about how you're feeling. They will be happy to help you out. Lastly, if you've tried everything else and you're still feeling overwhelmed, it's time to reflect. Take some time to reflect on what's making you feel this way. Try to identify any patterns or triggers that may be contributing to your feeling of being overwhelmed. Is it perfectionism? Is it procrastination? Is it low self-esteem? Identifying what's causing your feeling of being overwhelmed will help you address it directly. Once you know what's causing it, you can start to work on it. You can challenge your negative thoughts, set realistic goals for yourself, reward yourself for your accomplishments, and practice self-compassion. These are just a few examples of how you can start to work on the underlying causes of your feeling of being overwhelmed. Feeling overwhelmed is a normal human emotion. It doesn't mean that you're weak or you're not trying enough. It's just a sign that you need to take a step back and reassess the situation. Use the tips we shared in this video to help you get back on track. Remember to accept your feelings, get organized, prioritize, take a break, move your body, and connect with others. If nothing else works, then it is time to reflect and identify any patterns or triggers that may be contributing to your feeling of being overwhelmed. Feeling overwhelmed is a temporary state. It will pass. So hang in there and don't be afraid to ask for help. If you found this video helpful, please let us know in the comments below. Share this video with anyone you think it might help. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on future videos. Thank you for watching. Until next time.